Hi, my name is Mayur and this is extra credit demo for CMPE-281. So as a part of personal project, we have to show MongoDB sharding and one extra wow factor for extra credit. So let's start with the sharding. So I've set up the MongoDB sharding with two data shards. One is shard 1 server 1, shard 1 server 2. These are in single replica set. Another two instances having second data shard 2 server 1 and shard 2 server 2, and I have two config servers. For security groups, I have MongoDB shard internal group which allows connection from 2.1.17 to 1.9 group from internal security group. So let's connect to actual hosts now. This is the config server. So if you connect to Mongo, so one is primary and one is secondary. If you initiate rs.status, it will give you status of the replica set. This is config server and config server option is on. This is currently config 1 and config 2 servers. One is primary. So similarly, we'll go to first data shard. Here we need to connect to 27018. One host is primary, another one is secondary. If you initiate rs.status here, you'll get the status of the replica set. The replica set is shard REPL 1, in which shard 1.1 and shard 1.2 hosts are there. Similarly, on the second shard, if you go, one is primary, another one is secondary, and similar status you can get from here as well. So shard REPL 2 and shard 2.1 and shard 2.2. Now let's just check if the Mongoose is running or not. So Mongoose has started on this host. So what we'll do is we'll connect to Mongo, and now we are connected to Mongoose. So we'll initiate a command which lists the shards. So these are the shards available. First shards with two servers, one primary, one secondary. The second shard is shard REPL 2. Okay, so then I have added the shards using these commands. So let's run this command. Okay, so you need to use admin db and then use, so the sharding is enabled on this particular test db, and now you'll run the shards with sharding on this particular collection with awards is the key. So the sharding is now enabled. Now what we'll do is we'll insert the data. And if you go use test db, switch to test db, then db.bias.count 0, use admin, so bias collection is here, db.bias count. So yeah, the records are here, and as the sharding is on, we are sharding this on key awards. So This is one extra credit. Another thing that I have done is used Terraform uh, for configuration management of VPC. So if you go here, so what I'm doing here is I've created a VPC TF file where I have first of all, let's go to variables files where I have defined a region, US East 2. Now if you go to US East 2 region, that is Ohio region, go here and go to VPC. So currently there is one VPC with default and NoSQL. So what this will do is I've defined the resources here plus the private subnet, public subnet, the CIDRs for that, the availability zone for each and every um, subnet. And then I have created a script of VPC where we'll use these resources and create a VPC. So what it will do is it will create a VPC, it will create a public subnet, private subnet, two private subnets, um, then internet gateway that is required for public instances to connect to internet, and then the required security groups for NAT instances, uh, and the NAT instance itself, uh, then elastic IP for NAT instance, the route tables, and route table association with respective groups. So to run this, what we'll do here is go to Terraform, and basically Terraform plan is the command which will give you what it will look like. So we need to run Terraform init. So it will download the plugins AWS which is required, and then Terraform plan. So what it will do is it will compare the things on the actual AWS, and we'll see the configuration what we have specified. Now what it is doing here is it is mentioning that 3 resources to add, 0 change is required, and 0 to destroy. So it is first confirming with the required changes, and if you run this with Terraform apply, so this plan gets executed and every resource gets created on AWS. So this will be created, you say yes, and see VPC is getting created with required CIDR block. So each and every resource will get created. So this basically promotes the idea of infrastructure as code. So it will take some time to create a VPC. Okay, now it is creating security groups. The gateways, private subnets 1 and 2, route table, its association, security group for NAT, And if you look into the OI region, now the third VPC with Terraform is created. If you look into subnets, the Terraform subnets are created now. The NAT instance is still creating. Yeah, so that's it.